NBA 2K18 tutorial number 47. Today, I'm gonna teach you guys how to play offense on 2K18 online and offline. I'm gonna go into the details of how you should be running your offense ideally in my style. So, some of you might be wondering, like, Sam, what have you been really teaching us all year long? You show us moves, you show us freelancers, and you show us, playset after playset after playset. But what are you really trying to do showing us all those things? So I will be showing you guys online and offline footage today to show you just how I want my stuff to be ran, I guess how I do it myself. So the following gameplays you're gonna see is both my favorite online and offline ones of the year, this entire cycle so far. So in 2K18, the meta offense is to paint spam. It's paint spam focused. It is effective, but it's not how I prefer to play. So you can see me as the Sixers here against a Lakers user in Playdown Online, and he paint spams. And you can see he is being rewarded with paint spamming, but I suggest you guys don't get caught up too much about another user's spamming paint offense and he's being rewarded. Don't get caught up in that. Just play your game and do what you do, or do what I teach you to do. Just understand, like, basketball isn't really designed to be done in 20 minutes like every Play Now online game there is. You should really focus on judging your performance by a 2-game combined basis. That's how I do it. Now, do you want to win both games? Yeah, but just judge yourself by at least 48 minutes of gameplay regularly. So my meta offense is pick and roll and sets focus, and not like what you saw in the previous user, like what he did there. My style is to either run a space pick and roll, pick and fade, or a design set. That's how I play offense. So I like to do the pick and roll is all from Warriors, Freelance, Warriors motion cuts, like I've showed you guys before. So here you can see me just run a 5-out pick and roll. This is ideal if you have star players like Embiid, Simmons, a star guy. So you want to run pick and roll between your star guys, and that's how you do it. And sometimes you want to sneak in a pick and fade with the 2-guard. So if you got a 2-guard that can shoot, space the floor, 5-out pick and fade. And if it doesn't work, then go to the post moves that I've been showing you guys. So you want to do individual moves out of Freelance pick and rolls or pick and fades. But you don't want to do that all game because it's just not good. Eventually the defense will get used to it. That's why I have been showing you guys set after set after set. I think overall, here's Embiid out of the 3 here, out of this set. I think I've showed you guys maybe over 30, maybe 25, at least 25 sets this year. And I suggest you get good at all of them, because you want to get into this. Here's a 5-out pick and fade, and it worked great, but you want to mix it up. So you are either going to run 5-out pick and roll, pick and fades out of Warriors motion cuts, or you're going to run sets. And I suggest run sets when there's a dead ball situation where you get scored on. And when you're running my sets, just because every set I've showed you guys has multiple options, and they are designed to, go for at least maybe 16 seconds, and they all end up being a 5-out pick and roll at the end anyways. That's how I set it up. So there are benefits to running sets. So here's another set. This is a Fist 2-6 side from the Pelicans playbook. And you can see I start off with these sets really quickly, but not a lot of the time. It's not always the same option. I show you guys every option in the tutorials, but you just want to run the sets and see what you can get. But never forget about the 5-out pick and fade with the 2-guard, or the 5-out pick and roll with the other big man who can shoot. You gotta mix it up like this to be successful on 2K when you're running an offense. It's much better than paint spamming, because look at me, I haven't missed a shot. Simmons hasn't missed a shot, and my team hasn't missed a shot. So I am 7 for 7 in an online game. I think 16, 18 something points. So this is how you want to play offense on 2K. If you want to be successful online, this is how I've always done it. And I've showed you guys a million sets, but I actually do intend I intended them to be used this way, where you're mixing in sets and 5-out pick and rolls and 5-out pick and fades out of Warriors motion cuts. And most importantly, understand, if you are subbing on a bench unit like I have here, don't run 5-out pick and rolls and 5-out pick and fades. If you got a bench unit on, run sets, because bench guys are not very good. So you see, I'm running sets for all my bench players here, and it got me into good position, so I was able to execute an individual move. And that's why I show you guys individual moves too, because you want to be in the space for it. So you can see at the end of this game, I blew him up by 17. But this is because I have a smoother offense, and the way I run it, it's just more effective over time. So you can see this is offline gameplay on Hall of Fame for you offline players, and this is just me scoring 35 points, 16 out of 16 with Damian Lillard. I ended up with 68 points and 12 assists here. If you run my offensive style, it is unstoppable offline. So for those of you guys who just like to play offline, Just do this. Do what I do. Mix in my sets. Mix in the 5-up pick and rolls in Warriors motion cuts, and you shouldn't lose. If you execute correctly, over time, obviously, you'll lose at the beginning as you get better at the game. But as you get good at it, if you just stick to this, model of running either sets or 5-up pick and roll with the big man or 5-up pick and fade with a 2-guard, mix these free options in there, and you won't struggle. I'm actually interested to know, please in the comment section let me know which one of you guys actually watch my tutorials for offline play only. So if you're an offline only player, let me know. I'm actually interested in how many of you are out there, because I only do offline to get good at executing my sets. So for you guys who like to play online, I still suggest you play offline to execute sets. This is because set execution, it just takes practice, and you don't want to do it online because that's actually when you want to execute well and win. At least for me, that's when I want to win. So I'm not going to practice executing my sets online. Obviously with a human defender differently, yeah, but the thing about sets is they're designed to break computer defenders, and no matter how good a human is, you can only control 1 to 2 defenders at a time. 3 if he's really good. Still, there will be breakage. So I suggest, you can see me running the sets here that I've showed you guys throughout the year. This is mostly from the Pelicans playbook, and I go to every option within my sets. I don't just go to like one thing over and over again. I'm literally playing basketball. That's all it really is. I would call a set, and I know what comes up, I know the spacing that comes up, and I know the multiple options that are available, and I take the best one that is available in that instance. It's read and react. I never do anything with a predetermined result in my head. That's because every set I design have multiple options, so you wouldn't need to deal with something like that. You wouldn't have to worry like, oh, if they take away this one thing, where's my other thing? Like, look, there's another thing right here. Jermichael Green, Damian Lillard back cut. That's the final option. There's nothing. I kick it out and I pick and roll again. So if you're an offline only player, let me know, because I know some of you do watch my tutorials to learn how to beat the computer offline, and you shouldn't have a problem, especially with my style of offense. This obviously it comes down to execution, but if you get the execution consistent enough, the way I call sets and the way I suggest you to run either pick and roll with the big, pick and fade with the 2, or run a set and access all of the sets options, you shouldn't really ever lose offline again. Like, I have not lost to Hall of Fame offline ever. I mean, in any 2K. Because I read some of the comments, because you guys always sometimes bring it up and say, oh, the game is rigged, there's scripted gameplay. I think it comes down to execution. This is, if you don't execute down the line, the defense does play better when the game is closer. It tries to play better. But if your execution is up to a certain level, like, there is nothing the game can do to hurt you to a point where you will lose if your execution reaches a high enough level. Obviously, because I'm a tutorial maker, like I am at that level offline wise, and I don't have that kind of problem. Like, no matter what 2K tries to throw at me, like, I would win because my execution, the game can't turn itself to a point where it punishes my level of execution, because if it does, like, the game wouldn't make any more sense. Like, they would just have to make me miss open layups. So for those of you who are struggling offline, I read your comments. I know it's stressful. Just understand this. Does the game difficulty change? Yeah, because that's how basketball is. Some players play better down the stretch, some defense adjusts as they lock up. That's part of the element. But don't feel like oh, there's no way of me winning because the game just tries to cheat me. It does not. Does it get harder? Yeah. But if you get your execution up to a level, I guarantee you won't lose a game. Like, I have never lost offline on Hall of Fame. It's just comes down to execution, because they won't punish you if you reach such a level of execution. The game just doesn't have a way to hurt you, and you can get there. I'm not saying it's actually not too hard to get to in an offline setting to get to that level of execution, because I have all the tools here for you. So if you want to learn how to set all these up online, just stay to the end of the tutorial. I have those clips there. But I just want to reach out to my offline guys here who are struggling lately and letting me know in the comment section. Just understand it's about you and how high of a standard you can execute over a 48-minute game, or whatever game however long you choose to play your games in. I suggest the longer the better, because the longer the games, the more execution will be rewarded, which is sometimes why I don't enjoy playing now online as much, because the games are so short. Like, all of you online players know, like, one good run either way sometimes just ends the game. Like that game that I had where I had an incredible 5-minute first quarter run with the Sixers against the Lakers, like that ends the game. Like there's nothing that other guy can do to come back because I blew him out in the first quarter. Like the rest of the way, I can just dribble out the damn clock for 15 minutes and I'll win. Like if I don't throw the ball away at him, I would win that game because of that initial run I had. So that I feel like that's kind of stupid, but that's how Play Now Online is. But offline, guys, play 48 minutes. If you play anything shorter, you're asking for frustration because you probably wouldn't win. Like if you look at the gameplay I have offline with that Damian 68-point game, I think initially the Nuggets were close, like the first quarter and a bit. So that was like, I don't know, maybe like 13, 14 minutes. It was close by the end of the fourth quarter because it's a 48-minute game. They had no chance. I was blowing them up by like, I don't know, 20 or 30 or 40. I can't remember. So offline players, don't cheat yourself. Don't be like, oh, the game is cheating me and there's just no way I can win that. That's not true. Trust me. Coming from me, I'm letting you know I've never lost to Hall of Fame offline. And it comes down to execution. And I have all the tools for you right here. Like that's why I make tutorials, right? Because I don't want you guys playing frustrated offline or online. Just offline, guys. Don't give up. Use all the tools I have shown you. Do what I do. Run the sets. Execute them well. Run the pick and rolls. Run the pick and fades. 2K can't stop you. No matter what it tries to do. If you execute it well, it cannot stop you, okay? So don't sound so sad in the comment section. I'm here for you. Alright? As always, thanks for coming by. Many awesome money play schemes coming this week. It's gonna be a little bit of a switch up where I'm gonna focus on, because I've been trying to help you guys out by finding the best play sets in an individual playbook so you guys can all have easy access to it when you're playing online. But actually, some of the best plays in 2K are just randomly either a single play in an entire playbook, or it's in the overall, like all of the play sets, but it's not in any playbook, but you can still add it in for Play Now Online because you have enough time to at least add in one play. Some of the best plays are still in the game. It's just they're not on certain playbooks and all that. So I'm going to teach you guys how to, put it into your playbook so you can use it offline, obviously, and you can also use it online. So that's what I'll be focusing on in the coming weeks. You will see plays that are even better than any of these sets I have showed you recently, because the best plays in the game are actually hidden in a way. Like they don't allow easy access to it, so I don't know, maybe people can't spam it or people can overtake the game for it, because they're pretty well hidden. They're not in any playbooks. I know where they are. I know which plays they are. So I'll be showing you guys those plays, and those are gonna be glorious. And some of them are actually really broken, but do they work? Yeah, I'll show it to you. So what you do with it is up to you. I like showing it because it's fun for me. I always think online is fair game. Like if you want to destroy the other human opponent, he has the right to adjust. If he fails to adjust, that's on him. But some of these plays are so broken, computer has no chance. But hey, if you want to hurt the computer, that's up to you. Okay? As always, thanks for coming by. I'll see all of you next time.